My name is Do Not Obey, and let's get started. Let's get it. The Highland Cottage or Squire House has quite the eerie history. Built as a single-family home back in 1872, the Swiss-inspired home has been owned to multiple people for over the years. The estate is located in New York, home to the infamous prison Sing Sing. Back in 1905, the home was bought by Sing Sing chief physician Dr. Amos Osborne. The doctor reportedly witnessed more than 138 executions during his time working at the prison, honey. Around 1912, the Squire home was converted into a privately run mental institution, giving the home a creepy and even haunted reputation, according to the local legend. Now, this home was constructed very beautifully, and it is listed for $1.25 million, but sold in 2018 for only $925,000 due to the scary and unknown history that lurks behind those doors. Now, this is the Sally House, the famous Sally House. A lot of you guys that's into the paranormal should know, what took place, in this house. So it says, according to a post by Visit Atchison, one resident in a small Kansas town has quite the paranormal reputation. It may be affecting its value. Built around in the 1900s, this home served as a place of business for the Atchison physician. According to the legend, a 6-year-old girl was brought to the doctor's office, believed to be experiencing appendicitis. The doctor reportedly began operating on the young girl. Before the anesthesia took full effect, she died on the operating table. After her spirit allegedly still haunts the house, reportedly causing strange scratches to appear on visitors' bodies, objects to move, unexplained fires, and cold spots being felt in what used to be the operating room. The home's listing on Zillow actually calls attention to the home's ghostly reputation, saying it is the most internationally known home of the Sally Heartland ghost, and that the home has a record of $400 per night with word of mouth. If you actually want to rent out this property and do some ghost investigations or just stay to see if you can catch anything. The Pillars Estate, built back in 1878, it has 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. I have no idea what's up with the number 6, and many antique and original details that seemingly transport you back in time to another era. Now, according to the realtor, members of the household staff have said that they have heard footsteps follow them as they walk up the steps. Cora, hired by owner Terry to help him care for the historic home he bought back in 2006, claims to have heard the piano located in the parlor being played with no one in the room. Also, apparitions like a woman in a white dress have also been spotted in this house. The Lalaurie Mansion in New Orleans, Louisiana, is located 1140 Royal Street in New Orleans, Louisiana. This mansion has 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms and one horrifying history, guys. Originally built for visiting French royalty, the mansion dates back to the 1800s. Now, back in 1832, Madame Lalaurie moved into the mansion. She had many lavish parties with her residents, and she always seen herself as a member of the New Orleans elite class. However, rumors and accusations surfaced of LaLaurie's mistreatment of her slaves. When a fire broke out in the residence in 1834, firefighters attempting to contain the blaze discovered 7 horribly mutilated slaves who had been imprisoned in her house for some time. An angry mob descended upon the house, destroying as much as they could, guys. Girl, they tried to tear that down. But she was able to flee, and she ended up getting to Paris, and that's where she supposedly lived out the rest of her sad days. I don't know if her days were sad. I just put that in there. The house is still featured on New Orleans ghost tours, as people speculate the souls of the slaves mistreated within the walls still haunt the premises. I don't damn doubt it. However, no one is allowed inside, as the house is now a private residence. I wouldn't stay there. Franklin Castle in Cleveland, Ohio, is known to be one of the most haunted places in Ohio. Now, it's quite known to have a paranormal history with a Victorian-style home. This home was originally built in the 1880s by a grocer turned baker, honey, he leveled up, named Haynes Tideman. Now, Mr. Tideman, close relatives died in the house. This included his 15-year-old daughter, his mother, his wife, and 3 of his young infant children. Now, that is sad. After Tideman did die in 1908, he had spent many years as a German cultural center and base for the German Socialist Party. Now, however, in 1960s, tales did surface of paranormal activity within the castle walls. Visitors have claimed they have experienced electrical surges, child, heard crying babies, and they've even seen a mysterious woman emerging from black steam. Charming Forge Mansion in Pennsylvania. Now, this was built back in 1784. It was also restored in 1994. It is known to be a Georgian-style mansion. This has 7 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 7 working fireplaces. That's a lot, but whatever, I don't. And original colonial era details and woodwork. Now, this is described as a perfect home for thrill seekers. This charming mansion has been the site of multiple paranormal experiences. Now, it's known for ghost stories, including reports of a woman heard crying in the hallways, sightings of a man in the house's backyard, and various noises reported sounding like German prisoners of war during the American Revolution. Alright guys, last but not least, you guys should all know about the Amityville house. Now, it still stands. It is located 1112 Ocean Avenue. To me and a lot of people, it should still be remembered as a site of mass murder. Now, the 70s, 80s, 90s babies should all know about Ronald DeFeo back in 1974, who shot and did some things, basically, departed his family. Now, when the Lutz family moved in, they only lasted 28 days, honey, due to sightings of paranormal activity, of strange odors, green slime oozing out of the walls and keyholes, and cold spots appearing throughout the house. Now, I could have dealt with the cold spots, but the green ooze is something I'm just not going to child, please. The stepfather, George Lutz, also reported waking up every night at 3:15 a.m. Now, this would be the same time Robert DeFeo carried out, what he did. Perhaps the most strangest and most terrifying instance of all is that the family claimed that the wife Kathy, and sons, Daniel and Christopher, levitated off their beds. They were in there doing the exorcist, child. They were in there doing the exorcist. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And like I always say, guys, do not obey. Stay woke.